Hey guys, just a quick response to that video on what I called when to say no as a contractor. Giving it some thought and reviewing that video. I just wanted to clarify a few things. Basically, I know that when I bid on the drywall, that or even on the flooring labor side of things, I could have done a few things better, which I'm improving. But in a lot of niche contracting industries, if you will, you're supposed to be able to give a bid within like 30 minutes. Like you're there to do your measurements, and then you plug it into your template or estimating software. When you're on that top tier level of estimating, you're supposed to be able to do that. In this case, it's an insurance claim that the client is working with the insurance directly, and it's not so simple for me to just boom, 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 here's a price, here you go. I mean, they want different variations of like, what if we do this, or if we keep this here, and things like that. And that's not for me to have an excuse on why I wasn't able to have a faster turnaround. But this bid actually is a declined bid from months ago, and then they reached back out to me and they didn't decline the bid, they just simply ghosted me. And I thought that that bid was long gone. It didn't make sense to reach out to them because I mean, they had me bid their entire house with hardwood tear out and then replacing it with some new hardwood. I mean, it's a crazy big job, and it's you don't get all these jobs every single day, you know, so there's a process to these things. And I just wanted to clarify that in a normal situation, you should have a system to be able to bid on a flooring job. Like, go in there, take your measurements, you have your square footage, you have your template, and you can basically plug and play. Here's your bid. Would you like to work with us? I personally find that at least with flooring, it's a very high number from it's always you know, I mean, a normal number to see in a flooring bid is 5,000, and then it goes 10,000, 15, 20, and so on and so forth to the extremes. But it does happen, you know. So um, it's very common to see to get to basically come home and put the bid together and not put clients under so much pressure for them to, you know, talk to their spouse and look at the floor sample and really compare it to different light and stuff like that, which I'm not always on material side sales. A lot of times it's just labor, and they are working with me in just that area. So in this case, it was completely me just going out of my way. But uh, nevertheless, there's always room to improve, and you can always pump out these bids much faster. And I know contractors that are like, they literally have a printer in their car and boom, here, you know. And then in like painting industry, for example, yeah, I mean, there's colors as well, but there's not much to think about. And a lot of clients in 2024 have premeditated this their budget, their everything. I mean, the internet is lets you know, what the average cost is and things like that. Clients still, you know, look into these things. So but still, like I said, if it's a $5,000 bid, I mean, and they know they have other bids and things like that, they, you know, it's okay to give them a day or two. I believe it's okay. I would love for them to sign on the spot. In this case, there's so much moving parts, especially when they asked me to put their kitchen back together, their drywall, and they had knockdown texture on the ceiling, on the walls, and it was in multiple spots of the house. There's just a crazy flood. I mean, things don't move so quickly in a bid like that. You don't basically give them a bid right away. You have a lot of moving parts, that, and then a lot of things that they can say, oh well, what if, like, for example, it went from new base to now they don't want new base, they just want me to like put it together because it's going to be a rental even though it's a high-end home. I mean, what else can I say to like, not to like back myself up and say like, please save me from my thoughts, and what am I trying to get in my shell? No, that's not the case. The case is that every situation is different. And a little update is, when I said the client was texting me, and the way I build a relationship with the client, I don't know if it's because I'm just naturally, you know, I'm just naturally pretty good with clients. You know, I'm respectful. I mean, 7 out of 10 times, or whatever, like if the client likes coffee, like they make me a coffee and we hang out for a little bit. We just drink a coffee, and I've had, you know, I've had Turkish coffee, I've had Indian style coffee, I've had normal Americanos made. I mean, we just sit and chat it up, and not all those clients become clients, and the job is not always signed. But this client texts me, and I mean, when I told her, hey, I don't think we're a good fit, honestly, like, I wish the best for them. I mean, very, very nice, nice people. So why would I look at just the dollar signs and just like, and be like, hey, stop wasting my time? No, I'm just like, hey, we're not a good fit, and it looks like you guys are looking for, you know, best bang for your buck, and I'm just not that guy. I'm not that guy. In this case, I'm not that guy. In W situations, I'm that guy. And guess what? Not being cocky, I'm just messing. Like, just trying to put some personality into this video. But the client actually keeps repeating this phrase, and that's when you know, in a way, like, I don't know if they're bluffing, but she's saying, hey, we really want to work with you. Hey, we really want to work with you. I mean, you know, I have receipts on that. And in this case, like just now, client said, hey, like, um, this and this and this, we really want to work with you. We'll pay for the box. I think it was a misunderstanding, which, I mean, I know what she said over the phone, but now she'll pay for the box. I mean, I don't need her to pay for the box. That's not the point. Like, the point is, like, for her to pay for that box, I mean, realistically, I mean, I had to drive like 45 minutes. I had to place a special order on mahogany because it's not so easy out here to get. I mean, you have to have connections to get it. And then I had to sign a special order form to order mahogany. I mean, I don't know where you guys are from, but out here, I guess it's kind of like ordering tiger wood, if you guys know what that is. Or I mean, there's a fisheye oak. I mean, people, I've learned about that today, talking about hardwoods. It's like those things are rare. So or quarter sawn when someone's like looking for a specific cut. So much. It's one of those things. Mahogany is not just like an everyday hardwood that people get. So I went out of my way big time to get that done, and she will never understand that because she's not in my industry. But one thing she does understand is that I built a rapport with her. I'm not some big corporation that's just trying to rip her off and move on and things like that. But we built a rapport. She respects me a lot. She wants to work with me. And after saying no, in a way, I am giving her a chance because I have put in so much time into this whole thing. And I know I'm kind of rabbit trailing a lot, but what I wanted to say is this bid, she came back and called, and she's kind of like still hasn't made a decision because the first bid I sent to her, I mean, it was broken down. I went out of my way to like put in specific keywords for her insurance quote, for insurance to look at it from my perspective, from a contractor's perspective, and for their lingo, if you will. Like insurance has a specific way they need to see things, you know. And with I knew exactly what needed to be said, which I know she took that bid, which was, I mean, I'm not going to name the number, but she gave it to insurance, and now she's, you know, a few months later, now she's reaching back out, and she still hasn't moved forward. I mean, the house literally has the ceilings exposed, tiles all torn out in the master everywhere, hardwood's half out. I mean, the flood was pretty big, and now she's reaching out, like wants to like receive bids again, you know. I mean, I've put in so much time, and I'm putting time again, so I'm not frustrated, but this is reality. And I believe that was a good time to say no to a client, because in order for my business to operate. And then look what also happened. It was like the client still, I mean, when you build rapport with the client, when you build a relationship, they understand you. I'm not like those other guys. I don't know what they're like. I'm sure that the other contractors she's working with or getting bids from are great. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are. You know, give them benefit of the doubt. But she definitely, you know, I touched the spot there. You know, I did something right. So I told her, hey, just let me know. I'll let you know when my sample is ready with my unfinished mahogany to stain match. So then I can, the sales guy over at the material side of things can order your whole downstairs flooring, and we can get this job, you know, get it going. And then I was, just with my connections, I can get a drywall guy in there tomorrow. Like, that's just because I have those connections, and whoever she's working with is going to put her on a big wait list or something, or put her like a month out, you know. And I know she let me know about, basically her life situation, on what they're trying to achieve. They want to leave to California, and this is just not moving along. So it's not like I'm putting a tax on that, in my bid. But I mean, I do still have to do business, and you know, wouldn't say I'm using it as leverage, but hey, if you want this like express service, and me putting in these overtime hours to get this bid together and and calling people up and scheduling everything on top of me having to manage it, I mean, I let her know, and I let her know in a professional manner, and I told her I'm not going to work with her. I think, you know, we're not a good fit. But then she turns around and texts me that, hey, we should work together. And that's a lot of times what's going to happen, guys, is throughout, if a job goes like this, or I guess a bid goes like this, and you know, you have this thing inside of you where you're so afraid to say no, and you literally drop like so much potential earnings for your business just because you're afraid of them saying no. But then when you take this, I guess when you take that step to say no yourself, look at what happens. The client still wants to work with you. Hey, take it as you will. Uh, like I said, it's the first time I said no, but not the first time. First time I'm sharing a story like this, but hope that kind of clears things up. And I don't know if it was a Banff chart or Gantt chart. Either way, it's like basically a timeline of your job. So how things are supposed to go, dates, times, things like that. And don't judge me too hard on that wording. So anyways, that was for the previous video. Something else I was thinking about. Rabbit trail out. Thank you so much. Catch you on the next one.